All right, welcome. Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you for tuning in and checking in again. So first thing today we're going to talk about is a young boy named Malik Love Robinson. He was 18 years old, and he was caught acting as a doctor. Let's see, he actually got cited in October 2015. But he didn't get charged for anything. They cited and stated that he was not a real doctor. He didn't have any of his licenses. But even then, he didn't get in trouble until February 16th. Also, in January, I think it was January 1st, he was caught trying to practice as a gynecologist, and that also didn't fly. He had staff members, so he had like a legitimate establishment of business. He had a website. He was paying them. People were coming. They got a tip off that something was a little fishy, so an undercover cop went in, got an examination from him, and it turned out that he, obviously wasn't a doctor. Everyone believed him too. His family, his brothers, his grandma, everyone was full on that their 18-year-old, was a doctor. What do y'all think about that?
How did they believe him if they obviously would have known if he'd gone to medical school? Does it say anything about how?
No, I think this next story just came out. I think the story just came out. I just think it's crazy, and you're right. He's young. He's not. Do y'all know who Doogie Howser is? He's not Doogie Howser. Like, he did not go through medical school. That's like what, 8 years, right? Yeah, maybe 8 to 10 years.
One thing I was thinking of is that movie Charlie Bartlett. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh yeah, where he starts prescribing out the medicine and all that shit. Yeah, that's a good movie, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's underrated.
That was the first thing I thought of when I read it. So hopefully he had good intentions, but I mean, if he's like actually paying people and has a legit website, it kind of sounds like he was in it for money.
Do you think he was in it for money? I mean, we can keep up with the case and what's going on. Or do you think he was trying to help somebody?
I mean, it just, I don't. It's going to depend on an investigation, you know. If he was, if it's anything like the movie Charlie Bartlett, I don't think he was paying people or was getting paid money. I think he was just doing it because he wanted to help people. I think it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but
what if he has a fake lawyer defend him, right? And then that's his case, his defense is Charlie Bartlett.
Well, his defense was, I never said I was a doctor. So, if he really cared, he would probably say something like, I just wanted to help people.
So he said I was never a doctor?
Yeah, that's what it said from the article that I read.
I feel like that might be able to get him out of trouble. It's some like weird, if he has the money for like a good attorney.
Right. He on his website he had PhD, and he did like confirm that he has a PhD in something, but he didn't identify what it was in. And his whole thing, like when he got arrested, was, I never said I was a doctor.
Jesus. So he was like a medicine man. There's a Crazy Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Puff Daddy, he's a medicine man, and you see that one? It's hilarious. So also he started tweeting on his Twitter, which means tweeting, I guess, that he has kidney cancer. So some people are like, really? Like, do you really? Or are you just saying that because of what's going on? So he's in a heap of mess, dude. And I was also looking to, there's multiple people over time that have been acting as fake doctors or fake attorneys or whatever the fuck on. These people get by. Nobody questions them. I guess Wikipedia and,
So who does that fall on? Does that fall on the customer, the patient, or does it fall on the doctor or whatever kind of service they're trying to provide?
Well, what I couldn't find was how long he had been practicing as a doctor. Because if he's been doing it for like a year, then damn, like he must have like maybe some repetitive patients. I feel like maybe the elderly might have gone to him, not knowing, kind of like a snake oil salesman.
There was something that said that he was also cited practicing in October of 2015.
Yeah,
That he was
yeah,
charged with it as well.
yeah. He was they looked into his license or whatever, and they found out he didn't have any. Um, but that's just crazy, man. It kind of shows you some of the people that get by. Now, do you give him props for kind of being so slick and conniving, or are you like fuck that dude?
Must have been doing a good job if he got on or if he got off for so long. So
That's true.
I mean,
That's true.
he was doing something right
Right?
for you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah, that shit's crazy. All right, so let's talk. We'll go local then. We'll start local. So a gentleman, his name was Louis. What's his? Zamora. He was caught bringing in 35 pounds in from California. He had it in his duffel bag. They said like the moment he landed in Austin Bergstrom International, whatever, that they pulled him to the side. He got snitched out on. Yeah. What the fuck? What do you think? I think we talked about this before, but I don't think it was on recording. Do you think this was his first time, or do you think he's done this before?
You don't start out with 35 pounds.
You're muted.
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You don't start out with 35 pounds, man. That's not.
That's crazy.
It's like that lady with the foosball table with 55 pounds. I mean, you don't just start out running like that.
That's a lot of weed, especially if it was like some really dank Cali weed. That sucks, dude. He's sitting in jail right now, like thinking, what the fuck. And I think it's what he is doing is illegal, and that is a shitload of weed. That's a felony already. But I was looking at like some of the benefits of like medical marijuana. Like they can use it for like fabrics and cloths. They can use it for they can make like like center blocks for construction, like concrete bricks and shit like that. They can use hemp to make it, which actually turns out to be a lot more like durable and like a lot more stronger than concrete. Of course, medicine, and like your girlfriend was saying earlier, they're giving 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds OxyContin prescription that could be substituted out for medicinal marijuana like oils and stuff like that. That's shitty though. So kind of since we're on that topic, I don't know if y'all have anything to say about that. I was reading an article that Colorado had made $999 million in revenue when it came to marijuana sales. That's a 42% increase in sales from last year. So that's almost 50% more people are purchasing, or the people who are already smoking are smoking a fuck ton more. So with that money, they've actually managed to put $13 million into schooling. They've helped build like schooling and roads and all this other stuff. I think that's awesome, and I think every state could probably benefit from that. There's no downside to that whatsoever. I think everyone here might be pro legalization, right? Yeah, we can go around the room if anyone's got something to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely pro legalization. I'm pretty good stoner myself, so but yeah, dude, that's pretty ridiculous. If it's making that much revenue, why aren't all states looking at it as a source of income instead of like this huge taboo, Like, what do y'all think the cause of, why do y'all think that they're not seeing it as it is?
I'm not sure about that either. I kind of I'm not even I don't smoke weed, but I am pro legalization. Simply based off of exactly what Colorado's going through right now. It could definitely put some more money into our economy, funding schools and roads and stuff like that. And it would also put a lot of the drug lords give them a run for their money. If it's legal now here, they don't have a profit. They don't have any source of income anymore.
Just from the taxes that was given to Colorado, it was $60 million. So
6-0 or 16?
60 million. Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially, $13 million for school funding. I think that's a lot of money. I don't know how, the statistics on how much a state needs or if it's specific schoolings, but that's a lot of money. And like you're saying about the drug lords and criminals, the crime rate has also gone down because of that. And that's also in all legalized states like Washington, Alaska, and Oregon. And I don't want to say California because California's got some pretty bad spots. Yeah, go.
I feel like it's going to take some experimenting with states like Colorado and the other western states to kind of open the eyes of every other one.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of states is going to take a while, but eventually, once the ball's already rolling now, so it just needs to keep rolling and get some more people to realize it's not a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts on why they don't want to legalize it is because, you know, it puts cops out of jobs, it puts people who watch prisoners out of jobs,
The
it
funding
puts
for what is it? The war on drugs.
the war on terror.
And then also big pharma.
Drugs.
You know, some of those people sitting in those seats are being, you know, given some change and money to, you know, keep, you know, to push laws against legalization so that these pharmaceutical companies can make money. I know I would if I was invested in like OxyContin and shit like that. I sure as hell wouldn't want to allow legalization of marijuana, especially if that was my bread and butter. That's how I was making all my money. That's killing your business. But that's fucked up that, you know, we're greedy enough to allow that to continue. So you, like I was saying earlier, you can make paper, which would obviously help with trees and with the rainforest and the environment and all that other jazz. Do you think legalizing marijuana and instead of knocking down trees would, in a sense, have somewhat impact on global warming then? Because if we're not killing as many trees.
Can you repeat that?
So if we use hemp to make paper, we won't be using as many trees. So would that somewhat have a small effect on global warming in the environment?
Yeah, the more trees that are out there, the more oxygen that's being produced. So yeah, anything with that'll reduce, you know, cutting down forests will benefit. I mean, that's where we get our oxygen from. So the more of them, the better. So I didn't even know that you could make paper from hemp. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You can also make cloth and fabric, and to make 2 to 3 acres of cotton only takes 1 acre of hemp. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So you won't have to use as much land to produce even just as much cotton. And I also find it interesting, you can even make lingerie. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Maybe you could smoke it. That'd be kind of interesting. Eat it. Edibles.
Like
Edibles.
Yeah, edible.
Dude, I'm gonna have to look into that. This is copyrighted by us right now. In case that is not a thing, this is our patent, whatever it is. Also, plastic. I remember reading somewhere that I think the plastic could like dissolve or disintegrate or some shit like that, so it was good for the environment when it comes to like the sea life and all that. Because we've discussed it before about the sea life. There's gonna be more plastic in the ocean than there would be fish. But that shit's crazy. And then I'm pretty sure I told you before that in like 50 or 60 years, there's going to be more junk in orbit of the Earth. So it'd be difficult for us to leave into space because of all the shit that's flying around. Yeah.
It was more weight in plastic in the ocean than fish.
That too. Yeah. So that's horrible. I don't know. I think it's crazy. I don't think we spend enough time in the ocean when it comes to like exploring it and what the fuck's going on down there. So besides that, I talked about the concrete. You can also use it to make a biodiesel fuel. So of course, you know, that'd be great for the environment as well. And then like we discussed, replacing OxyContin and Narcos and all those opiates, which I think would be great because that's a problem in itself for house moms to your kid in school, you know, 6th, 7th grade.
OxyContin, is that like is it a man-made? Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
a synthetic pill, dude. But all it is synthetic heroin.
But it's also derived from opium, which is illegal.
Yeah, it's also derived from opium, like you said, which is illegal as well. But yeah,
Same thing as heroin.
It's a multi-million, probably billion-dollar business, actually.
I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. And it just leads to heroin addiction, really, because heroin turns to be cheaper. You know.
More readily available.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, it's cheaper. Who wouldn't want a better deal? That sounds horrible to say, but
More bang for your buck as well.
it's just creating drug addicts, which is a whole nother mess in itself. All right, so let's get away from the fucking the bad stuff. I don't know how we started talking about Colorado and its amazingness, and then to heroin. It's ridiculous. So we'll go back to local again. Allowing handguns on campus.
University of Texas campus.
Correct. 21 years old. You have to keep it, if you're like on dorm or on campus, you have to keep it locked up at all times unless you're going to class or some shit like that. But there's also like can you have it if you're on campus?
I think so, because the whole open carry law that passed in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So
I think. I'm not.
So I know you can have it in the classes, but what's crazy is you've got 2,000 teachers who are rallying against it. They don't want any kind of guns whatsoever in the classroom. So do you think they're going to continue pushing to get it removed, or do you think that that shit's just not going to fly in Texas?
I'm sure they'll probably keep trying, but they're probably not gonna take it back. It's probably gonna stay in place no matter how hard they try.
Do y'all care, or like if y'all were going to UT, or even if y'all have gone to community or to any other colleges you've gone to, would y'all feel threatened or concerned that maybe a fellow student had a firearm?
Not me personally. I can understand how it can be an issue, but I honestly would feel safer if people did have guns.
You would feel safer?
Yeah, because people would be less likely to attack UT if they know there's an open gun carry and it can be shut down, with someone firing back on somebody.
That's true. I know if I was a robber or anything, I wouldn't want to go to a place where people had guns, especially if there's a potential to have more than one person who has a gun. You're done for.
Right. These people who go in and do these kind of attacks, they're trying to take out as many people as they can before they get taken out. So I'm sure they do their research too to, find the best place where they can take advantage of the situation. So, I personally just would feel safer.
I've had this.
Go on, Max. Go.
I was gonna say I've had the same argument before, but if you have a concealed handgun license, you're gonna know how to use the weapon and be safe about it. You're not just gonna go shooting willy-nilly into a crowd because there's one bad guy with a gun. You're gonna pick your target and you're gonna execute it.
And like you said, Mike, about they're going to do the research and find a place that doesn't allow guns, so they can go in and do their killing. We could segue into the whole San Bernardino and the Apple, because that's what they did. They found a place that was a gun-free zone and went in and killed 14 people on that day. So everyone knows what's going on with them in Apple, right? Yeah. Okay, so if you're listening and you don't really know what's going on, FBI, and also I heard that the Department of Justice is getting involved, and I think they're trying to sue Apple now too. They want, from what I'm understanding, they want to create a program that allows you to, like if you log into a phone and you don't log in correctly, it erases your phone, your data. How does that work out?
After like 10 failed login attempts, it'll erase your phone, but you have to have that setting active.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they know if he has it active or not.
They do. It'll let you know on the phone when you're putting in the password wrong. It'll say you have X amount of attempts left.
Okay. Yeah. They're saying that they want it to get erased, so that they can put like a automated number guesser so they could find his passcode, or what? Do you know exactly what they're trying to do? I know they're trying to get past that feature so they can get into the phone. Yeah.
Right. It's like a password cracker for iPhones, but what it does, it creates a backdoor, so it makes all iPhones vulnerable at the same time. So the FBI want it, and they want to be able to use it whenever. It's not. I know it's for this specific case as far as the situation in San Bernardino, but it also gives the government power to do it whenever they want to do it. If they feel they need to go on someone's phone, they can do it. And this is not the physical phone. They can do it over the internet.
Okay.
And also with that, it makes hackers, want to get this same software. And if the government, dropped the ball and this gets leaked somewhere, it pretty much falls back on Apple and their reputation.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt their name. I sure as hell wouldn't if I was the owner of Apple. So you're saying that they could tap into our phones with us out even knowing?
I don't know like the specifics of what they want because they don't have it. No, Apple.
But if they did have, like, if let's say the technology was made and the government got it, or like you're saying hackers got it, do you think they would be able to do it like a virus back, like hack into our phones? Like we click something and it opens up the virus to where they can get into our shit?
Right, same situation. And
Okay.
hackers come in through the internet, so they don't need to have your actual phone to get your information.
I was also reading that his password was changed in the last 24 hours. Did anyone see that? Yeah, they said the password was changed in the last 24 hours since it's been in government officials' hands or whatever. So they're trying, and apparently that's from Apple too. That was what I was just reading. It was an update from 2 hours ago. Could be clickbait, but I found that interesting if that is the case. Because if it was changed, and why would they need?
Are you talking about the phone's passcode?
Yeah, correct. Like as if they had logged in and changed the passcode. But
Yeah,
then if that was the case, why would they need a program?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Could Apple find? Could y'all find that information out? Could they?
As far as like getting someone's passcode,
Yeah, like if it's been changed.
they have the ability to create software to get into the phones, but their whole thing is they don't want to do that just because it's gonna make everyone vulnerable at the same time. So it's not something that they can't do because it's their software, it's their code, it's what they've created. But would a situation like this be worth it? I don't know.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that the reply was just no, like just straight up no. Like they asked them if they'll do it. No.
It's one of those things like, can the government be trusted on it?
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't. I sure as hell wouldn't. And
Same.
I don't. I think what everyone can agree on. You know, some people are like these crazy conspiracy theorists. I think that tinfoil hat person or not, you don't want the government to have that type of, you know, I don't want to call it technology, but that type of software program, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's just no good for everyone.
Exactly.
I mean, what stops them from getting into your phone, accessing the camera, you're smoking a blunt, looking at your phone, boom, you're guilty.
Okay.
POM.
So, have y'all ever had a question and you said it out loud? Like, who is this actor in this movie or whatever it is? And then you go to your phone and you type in who is this, and then it finishes the sentence out with the exact person or with the exact item that you were looking for.
That's happened to me. Similar, like we were talking about boiling an egg, and it came up automatically and gave me the answer, like how long it's supposed to take to boil an egg. But I wasn't even talking to the phone.
Yeah, okay, see, there's times where I'm talking to Sage, and I'm like, hey, who is that actor? I'm just going to use what comes to mind. Like, who's that actor that plays Deadpool? And then I'll go to my phone and I'll put Deadpool, and it'll be like Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds. Like, whoa, like all I put was DE. How do you know I'm looking for Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds? Like, it just automatically, and it's multiple times, and I told her about it, and she really didn't know. And then a few times it's popped up where we're speaking about something, and then we look into it, and our phone automatically registers it.
Well, I think a lot of it on Apple's end is it's paid through Google, so their Google search in the phone is where that comes from.
That
So
is
the
true.
amount of searches that go through Google is basically streamlined in through the phone. So if someone else, especially with Deadpool just being released with that same situation, it's automatically going to populate with the amount of searches that are going through with that same thing.
Does Apple also have something tied in with Facebook too?
I don't think so.
Google has something with Facebook, because I noticed on computer when I'm looking at shit on Google and then I'm on Facebook, I'll have ads for shit that I'm looking
Right.
up, like bongs. I'm like, why is Facebook supporting bongs? Like, what? And then it's because that's what I'm looking at. It's trippy, dude. Do y'all find that convenient or do y'all find that creepy?
I never take advantage of it. Like, I know, like, because it's the same thing for me. Like, whatever I'm shopping for online, it shows up like, hey, buy this. And it'd be the same exact thing that I was already looking at. But It's kind of creepy because it's like you're in my business. I didn't ask you. You know, if I want to go back and
You're
get
my
whatever I was gonna
business,
buy,
right?
I'm gonna go and do it. So I don't need you to.
Yeah, technology's getting crazy. It's just gonna get more and more convenient for what we do. Um, think about it. We'll have driving automated cars. We'll have Facebook and Google and the internet combining all of our needs and wants together. It's, in a sense, it's gonna be telling us what we want. Have y'all ever? I think it was a book called The Devil in Details, and they had these chips in their head, and these chips was like the internet, and it would play ads to them. And I think go on.
There's this thing called the Internet of Everything. I
Yeah.
think. Have you heard of it?
No, go on. What is it about?
Ah, man, I read up on it like a couple years ago. I was at work and I was super bored, and I just got online and started looking up stuff. But from what I remember, I wish I would have known that this was going to come up because I would have looked it up. But I want to say it's the Internet of Everything, and it's like what you said, like it's going to be these eventual like these chips that get implanted into us, and we're going to just kind of like the Doc Ock from Spider-Man. Like it's going to be connected to like just our thoughts, and it's going to whatever you think of, it's going to pop up or something like that. I probably shouldn't have said anything because, like I said, it doesn't sound very. Like I know what I'm talking about, and
Yeah.
it's kind of because I don't, but it's something that like when you said
It's a possibility.
like putting the chips in, I was like
Yeah.
that's the internet of everything. I want to say. So.
There's I don't know if it's on YouTube or not YouTube on Netflix. It was called Black Mirror. Did anyone catch that? What it was like y'all ever seen Twilight Zone? Where like you watch it and it's like a weird story and then there's like a secret meaning. It was this but with technology. Like one of those was like they had robots that you could make look like your loved one and had your personality and the memories. And this woman's husband died and she kept him. But like some people looked at it as voodoo because he's dead and he's a robot. So then like she got a connection with him. She started to love him, and then she realized what she was doing was wrong. So then she tried to kill him, and then he found out. But he's like, "I forgive you." So then she tells everyone he left, but then she hides him in the attic because she still feels that connection. Think about it. If you love somebody so much and you have a chance to bring them back, regardless if they're human or not, you're going to have that struggle to get rid of them again. So there's that one. Another one, Sage, do you remember some of them? They were trippy, man. One was playing ads. You would go home and you had to work out or do some type of activity to get credits. And with these credits, you had to pay for your food, your toothpaste, your clothing. And if you wanted to buy things, and you would go to your room, and there'd be advertising, and you'd have to watch the advertising. And if you would skip it, you would have to pay these credits. But like if you ran out of credits, I think they would kill you. Like you had to keep your credits up. So like if you're watching the same ad over and over, you're gonna want to spend your credits to get over it. But yet you have to work. It was this weird, trippy shit. But they all had like these crazy, deep meanings. I can't really remember any of them.
What was the name of it?
Black Mirror. They have a
And-
new season coming out too.
It's on Netflix or it's on Netflix?
It was on Netflix. I'll try to find it. They're really good. I know. The first one I can tell you, it's crazy. It was about a gentleman. He was like a high official. They kidnapped like the queen's daughter, and they told him, "Hey, look, you have to have sex with a pig on national TV, or we'll kill the queen's daughter." So the queen is like, "You're doing it. Like, you're not gonna kill my daughter because of what you have to get done." So he does it. I think he has to do it for 30 minutes while while all of London and everyone is watching. Here's the twist, though. The moral of the story was the show started at 3 o'clock and everyone was watching, waiting for the show to come. They released the girl at 2:55. She was out before he had to have sex with the pig. So the whole world, or everyone in London, was watching TV when this girl was just roaming the streets looking for people to help her, but everyone was focused on TV. So the dude never had to have sex with a pig. So it was like weird, trippy stories like that, dude. They were all amazing, though. Another one was with the chips. We had chips in our brains, and we could record every memory. So right now, our brains would be recording this. And a dude, he was skeptical about his wife, and he made her show him her memory. So he went from like 4 or 5 years ago, and he's like inspecting every little frame. And it turns out that he was looking at her about a lie, but it turns out that through the memory looking from like a reflection of the mirror on her phone or whatever, from the phone in the mirror, he found out that she was cheating on him with like his best friend. So it went to show you that, yeah, it'd be cool to be able to record and capture all the beautiful moments, but when you're looking for something, you're digging for dirt, you're gonna find some skeletons you don't want to find. So shit like that. It was a great show.
I found what I was talking about. It's called the Internet of Things, IoT. It says it's a network of physical objects, devices, vehicles, buildings, and other items which are embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and network connectivity, which enables these objects to collect and exchange data. The Internet of Things allows objects to be sensed and controlled remotely across existing network infrastructure, creating opportunities for more direct integration of the physical world into computer-based systems, and resulting in improved efficiency, accuracy, and economic benefit. So that's just like the quick description of it.
Yeah.
Criticisms.
And I think it's possible with the whole computer chips, because we've talked about using our body with technology before. Some of the, I mean, think about it, we have exoskeleton suits, we have artificial limbs, pacemakers, all those stuff. I mean, those are all technology fused with organic living people or cells. What the fuck do we want to call it?
So, would you guys like merge your body with technology for convenience or health reasons? Like you said, lose a limb.
If it was like organic looking, like human skin, probably. I'd want like a super large cock, honestly. Like a machine, dude. Just turn that shit on. Just that way I could play games, smoke, and impress the lady. It's a win-win. But other than that, I mean, I don't think I would need. I don't think I need it. Dalton, would you want to fuse your body technology in any way?
Personally, no. No, like I was talking about earlier, like I'm a fan of my freedoms, like even the smallest freedoms I'm a fan of, so no, personally no. Because I know they're going to stuff your head full of ads, they're going to stuff your head full of whatever they want you to, yeah, so, yeah, I personally, no. I don't trust the government enough to, no. It's a big no for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on the big no. I wouldn't want somebody else's to have even if they say they wouldn't, to have the option to control what goes on. It's just creepy. But I can definitely see our society going more towards that. Just as technology becomes more accessible for everybody, and it's
Yeah, I heard something not too long ago about it was the first family to voluntarily be chipped by the government, like have government chips implanted in them. I guess I'm not sure if they were just GPS trackers or what the case was, but they were the first family to voluntarily give themselves up to that. Yeah, so pretty crazy. We're already coming pretty close to it.
Well, there's that company that they implanted a chip in you, and that's like your ID pass to get into the door to like make copies or something like that. So they're already.
I've heard about that as well. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking crazy, man.
They can make it a kill switch. They could put a kill switch in it. So whenever they want to just kill you, they could just push a button and you're gone.
Damn, I did not ever think about that either.
There'd be like laws and regulation. No, because I played a game. I know it's a video game, but Deus Ex is what it was. Is you had people fusing their bodies with technology. Basically, what it did start though was like a civil war in the United States between humans and the cyborgs. And the government was trying to. I guess you could see you're right. The kill switch. The government was trying to make everyone turn into cyborgs. So the theory was so they could have control of everybody, like a kill switch, I guess. So yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that is smart. So you'd want to be human. So the whole cybernetic modifying thing, genetic shit. By 2050, half of the world will be short-sighted. So Max was telling me that is the most dominant trait. Does anyone wear contacts? Does Mark? Mark, you wear contacts? You short-sighted or nearsighted?
I can see near me, so I guess nearsighted.
So you can't.
No, you'd be
So
you'd be
I can't see far away, but I can see near
So
me.
you're
Yeah,
short-
farsighted.
So okay, short-sighted, nearsighted.
Wait. So you can see far?
I cannot see far. I can only see. I can only see close.
So you're short-sighted then?
Right. Yeah. I always get
Okay.
confused with the names. So that's why I just said what I can see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, far. It's so stupid. Far means you're short-sighted. If you can see in front of you, that means you're far-sighted. Well, no, that makes sense.
No,
then.
so nearsighted means that you can
See near.
No, you can see distance,
Yeah,
but
see,
you can't
it's-
see up close.
I think nearsighted is you can see near you.
Okay,
Farsighted is you can only see far, but you can't see near.
So basically, without your contacts, you're blind.
Exactly.
Okay, Nick, blind. Sage, blind. Max, without your glasses,
Fuck
you're
yeah.
blind. Me, without my contacts, I'm blind. So
So
that
that's 5 out of 9.
yeah.
5 out of 8.
Well, y'all all have pretty good vision, right? Y'all have no contacts or anything.
Yeah.
See, there's 3. There's 3, 4, 5. Out of 8 of us, 5 of us are basically blind. So that is a very dominant trait, like Max was saying. But that shows me that the human race is going blind. We're gonna be like mole rats. We're gonna be mole rats. We're gonna just need to shave our skin, or all our whole bodies, and live in darkness.
I guess it's a good thing that we have contacts and glasses and LASIK now. You know, imagine being
Soon you're gonna have cyborg eyes. So have
Sign
like
me up.
Falcon vision and stuff
And
like
it's,
that.
I honestly cannot remember waking up and being able to see right away. Like I can't see when I wake up. I have to put my glasses on, or I have
Yep.
to stumble to the bathroom and put my, it's just.
Have you ever been in the hassle of needing to find your glasses but not having your contacts on?
Yes.
It's like I can't find my like
Yes.
you looking for something so you can see but you can't see. It's fuck. Big props to all the blind people. Like I don't know how they get by. I see them walking like in downtown Austin with their stick, dude. Whew, I wouldn't do that if I'm now. Like no, they're crazy. Props, man. So I was also kind of thinking, besides it also being the dominant trait, mixed in with TV screens, cell phones, computers, things of that nature. Like we really are blinding ourselves, mixed in with the most dominant trait, like Max was saying. So I vote we go for mole rat people. Yeah, it's the best solution.
Are we all going to be like super pale and have like
Super
no eyes?
pale,
and-
vegetarian, blind, living underground. We'll be mole people, like the center of Earth. Mole
Are we
people.
going to develop like big
Yeah.
scoopy hands to like dig dirt and shit?
Yeah.
Crab people
There you
from South Park.
Yeah, eventually through evolution we'll get longer fingers and whiskers and a tail. We'll grow our tails back. There'll be a little bit of devolving in a sense. I guess to end everything off, we'll go last with local. Kind of silly. Port Aransas is changing their curfew for spring break to 6 p.m. I don't know who the fuck's going to Port Aransas for spring break anyway. So to me, it's just like I know that if there's a lot of kids coming to Pflugerville for spring break, I sure as hell would like a curfew. Because even though I'm 26, about to be 27, I don't want to be about a bunch of rowdy ass kids. And so I'm guessing that's probably they just got tired of it. So the fine or the penalty is anywhere from like a traffic ticket to public intoxication. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that's a good thing, or they're raining on people's parade and cock blocking?
I mean, I talked to my parents a while back, and I forgot how we got in the conversation, but I think it was when we had just got back from New Orleans, and me and Mike were talking to them about how it was kind of cool to be able to walk in the streets with a drink, and they were telling me that they remembered when you used to be able to drink in the streets here in Austin, and how it was a lot like New Orleans. There's a lot of just crazy drunk people everywhere, and so they finally had to pass a law where they stopped that, to keep people from throwing up on the streets, and just acting belligerent and everything. So, and then Austin's prospered ever since. Not ever since that, but I mean, like, we have 6th Street, and then that's it. So I feel like maybe they're just trying to step their game up a little bit and just make it a little bit more of a nicer city to come to. You know?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. They're I forgot the term for it, but yeah, basically just trying to sort of clean up the city, I guess, in a sense.
6 p.m. is a little extreme. I get why, but like
I do agree.
for me, I'm thinking about like my birthday. What if I live there? My birthday's on St. Patrick's Day, so every spring
Yeah.
break I can't do anything. So I don't know if I would be
I
down
mean,
for that.
bars don't close till what, like 2?
2 a.m.
So I mean, what do you do? Just leave?
Yeah.
I was about to say, if your birthday's during spring break, you get the fuck up out of there. Go to Florida with all the rich kids where they can party all night.
True.
Yeah, I feel like the girls and guys going to Puerto Aransas are like drinking Four Locos and like Bud Ice and like even
Date rape.
PBR, and some of them got roofies. Like I just wouldn't want to go. I didn't do anything. Did y'all do anything for spring break in high school?
I actually went to Port Aransas.
Oh,
my sophomore year of college, I went to Port
That's
Aransas.
awesome. Do you have a good time though?
No, it was lame. I went like, you know how spring break's like 10 days. You have like 2 weekends.
Yeah.
I went that like first weekend and like nobody was there, and it was
Oh,
like cloudy
bummer.
and kind of
Bummer.
gloomy and stuff like that. And yeah, and then ever since then, I've never really been a fan of the whole spring break partying. Like,
Yeah, I never was.
I just don't like people, and you know when they're drinking PBR and Four Loko, they're just idiots. So
Hey,
Yeah,
Matt,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
offense to
I
anybody
mean,
out there.
from what I understand, all of Texas's beach cities are kind of going downhill. I heard Galveston, Corpus, Port Aransas now. I heard all of Texas's beach cities are really going downhill.
They've been like that for a while, man. I remember going to Galveston when I was a kid, and it was just as shitty then as
Yep.
it is now. But the only like the best beach is South Padre because it's so
Right.
close to Mexico and it's
Right.
farther away from all the ports and everything.
Yeah, that's kind of more Mexico. I
yeah, it
almost
really is. If
consider
you
that
think about
Mexico.
it, it's right there on the border.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do remember having fun as a kid at like, in Corpus and Galveston,
Yeah.
but now thinking back on it, it always was a really trashy beach.
Yeah.
They both were. They
Oh,
were
yeah,
always
absolutely.
really just trashed up beaches.
Yep.
So,
Completely agree.
yeah, I think Texas's beach scene is definitely going downhill for sure.
All right, you got anything else, Eric?
Yeah, Texas beaches suck, but we do have a little bit of everything. Our beaches
That's
is
true.
dirty as full
Full
God,
of oil and
I don't- I'm
dead
not-
fish.
I'm not a fan of the ocean either, dude. I hate ocean water. I don't know. It's scary, dude. I don't know what's under there. I hate, dude. My biggest thing is getting in like the ocean or lake and like stepping in like moss or like grass and like the slimy in your feet, dude. I'm a bitch when it comes. Oh man, just the thought of that shit, dude.
Did you think about the? What do you guys think about the whole like man-made wave thing
Wave
that they're making
pools?
here in
Like
I don't know.
Schlitterbahn or whatever.
Yeah,
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
like you can actually surf
What?
Oh, like for
That's
like
dope.
like legit waves, but it's
That's
gonna
kinda
be here.
cool.
It's in Austin, right?
I think so.
I would like to
When is
try
that?
it. That'd be cool.
I don't know when. It's just it's a couple years, but I know it's planned.
I'm getting a part-time job there.
I remember a few years ago reading that we were the Austin area was supposed to get a Schlitterbahn here.
Dude, that's funny that you mentioned it. Me and my dad were just talking about that. They found out the money wasn't going to be as much as they thought, so they canceled construction. Because a few years ago, they were building it out by,
You're right.
yeah, way past like Lakeline and all that shit. And they were building it, they're laying down pipe, and I was excited, and then it kind of just died out. I love Schlitterbahn, dude. Fucking love Schlitterbahn. Kind of talking about the whole South Padre, like getting over spring break. 21st birthday. Anyone do anything exciting? I went to a bar with an ex-girlfriend and just sat there and got drunk. I didn't go to a club. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person. If y'all can tell, I sit at home. So
My birthday also falls on spring break, and it always has. And so my 21st birthday was the last Saturday of South by, and so I didn't want to be anywhere near downtown. So I went
Yeah.
to a Pluggers
Yeah.
with some friends and just got some beers.
Yeah, downtown's not for me, man. Yeah, I can't do the sweaty armpits of girls, no matter how cute they are. You still stink, so I'll go for it.
Man, my 21st birthday, I did some very unmentionable things, which we're not going to talk about on this, but
Yeah, I just got
it
drunk.
was crazy.
Yeah, I just got drunk.
I ended up in San Marcos with no idea how I got there.
Damn, there's something I want to bring up. I just can't remember. Anyone got anything else? I think we're kind of running out of shit to talk about.
No, I was just gonna say for mine, I didn't even drink on my 21st birthday. I was like going against the, trying not to do the cliche thing, and I don't know why. I wish I did drink. I was in San Angelo, just nothing there.
Oh, that's where
Yeah.
Dalton's from.
Oh, really?
He loves it. He wishes he could go back.
Fuck no.
Fuck San
Stupid
Angelo.
sheep town, man.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Literally a sheep town. This used to be the sheep capital of the world.
I always say like when I would like travel out and drive back in, it looks like you're going into a different time zone. Like the grass and everything, you can see just change. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. Only thing they have there is a fucking dirty ass lake. Like nasty water. Oh yeah.
So I was thinking for one of the shows, would y'all want to play Cards Against Humanity?
Absolutely.
Could that be a show? Like, are you
Yes.
reading things out loud? Like, I don't know how you play it. So it'd be funny to listen to, or is it something that it wouldn't be that great to listen to?
I think so. I mean, it would like. We have it. We can bring it next time if you want.
Yeah, we'll try it out.
Yeah, especially on a light week when there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Just to fill space if we want to
That
do a
or,
podcast.
dude, I love Clue.
Clue. I've actually never played Clue.
What? Shit. Bro, I love Clue, dude. Yeah, Clue, Monopoly. We'll get into some crazy shit.
That was good.
But I guess it's going to do it for everybody. Thank you for checking in, and have a good weekend.
Peace out, world. We'll see you next time.